What I didn't talk about was I did not actually give an analysis of the financial crisis. What I was talking about was the reaction to the financial crisis, how we're trying to solve the financial crisis. And that really is the war between statism and free enterprise. One side says that free enterprise will solve the problem, or at least help us solve the problem. The other says that it's unreliable, and so the state really needs to solve the problem that was created that led to $50 trillion in destroyed wealth. How did $50 trillion go up in smoke? Boy, it's a question for the ages, and it's one that economists come to blows over. But in a nutshell, I'll tell you what I think is the fairest reading of the data. Men and women who are fallen and selfish and have imperfect information were given a whole lot of incentives by horrible government policy. In point of fact, particularly starting in the United States, the federal government in this country created an environment in which too many people were able to buy too much property that they couldn't afford and made it too easy for them to walk away from it. And furthermore, to create circumstances under which financial firms were able to participate in an unsustainable system with borrowed money. Bad government policy led imperfect people to make some very stupid choices. Now, the great irony is if you listen to our leaders today, they'll tell you that the fault of this thing was Wall Street, but not government. Government was at the root of this problem. Had it not been for government housing policy and the actions of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac in the mortgage market, we would not have had nearly the kind of irresponsible behavior that we saw from and grossly irresponsible and indefensible behavior on Wall Street, and grossly incorrigibly irresponsible behavior on Main Street. But at the root of it was terrible public policy, and the answer we're getting on how to fix it is more terrible public policy. You will notice that the government is building back up Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, is building back up the very beginning institutions of the crisis that are at the root of what we're seeing today. And that's what we will get until we demand not just a new economic institution, but a true expression of our values. It's once again, I thought about actually talking about the 12 myths about the financial crisis under the circumstances, but let's just say that's the first big myth, that it's the free enterprise system and not the government.